Rheumatoid arthritis. Introduction. Rheumatoid arthritis is a chronic progressive disorder of the joints, waxing and waning course. It's an autoimmune disease characterized by inflammation of the joint, synovial proliferation. There is considerable bone and cartilage damage in the course of the inflammation. IgM-mediated immune response is initiated and activates the complement pathway. This leads to release of inflammatory mediators and cytokines, more predominantly Tumor Necrosis Factor-alpha and interleukin-1. Chemotaxis of neutrophils occur. Vasodilation and pain are mediated by the release of prostaglandins. Lysosomal enzymes are activated in the inflammation, leading to erosion of bone, cartilage, and gradually progressing to deformity. NSAIDs form the first line of treatment, mild early cases, as they can provide symptomatic relief and signs of inflammation, pain, swelling, and also relieve morning stiffness and immobility. However, they do not arrest disease progression. Corticosteroids are also used as adjuvant treatment in rheumatoid arthritis, as they have potent immunosuppression and anti-inflammatory actions. Like NSAIDs, they can cause prompt symptomatic relief but cannot arrest disease progression. Disease-modifying anti-rheumatic drugs, also called slow-acting anti-rheumatic drugs, are the current treatment regimen once the diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis is confirmed, as they halt the rheumatoid progression and helps achieve remission. They do not exhibit specific analgesic and anti-inflammatory action. According to American College of Rheumatology, they should be initiated within 3 months of the diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis. Until complete drug effectiveness is achieved, they can be used in combination with corticosteroids, NSAIDs, along with conservative measures of physical exercise and occupational therapy. Non-biological DMARDs. Methotrexate. It's an immunosuppressant. Methotrexate is a dihydrofolate reductase inhibitor with immunosuppressant and anti-inflammatory properties. They inhibit formation of cytokines, decrease chemotaxis, and cell-mediated immune reaction. It is the first-line DMARD which is initiated in all patients and has rapid relief of symptoms within 4 to 6 weeks and slows radiographic appearance of new bone erosions. It's also used in combination with other DMARDs and is also effective in treatment of psoriatic arthritis. It is given as an oral drug, 7.5 to 15 milligrams weekly. Gastrointestinal disturbances and ulceration of oral cavity are the major side effects. On long-term therapy, dose-dependent progressive liver damage, cirrhosis, chest infections, and cytopenia, leukopenia may occur. Hence, complete blood picture, liver function test, and signs of infections should be regularly monitored every 3 months. It's contraindicated in pregnancy and breastfeeding, and in patients with history of hepatic impairment, active infections, and peptic ulcers. Leflunomide. Synthesis of nucleotides, purine and pyrimidines, are essential during lymphocytic proliferation. Enzyme dihydroorotate dehydrogenase is necessary for the synthesis of pyrimidines. Leflunomide acts on the dihydroorotate dehydrogenase enzyme and arrests cell cycle in the proliferating lymphocytes. It's a reversible inhibitor of dihydroorotate dehydrogenase. It's used alone or in combination with other drugs for treating rheumatoid arthritis. It acts by decreasing pain, inflammation, and also slows osteoclast-induced structural damage of the bone. It has good oral absorption and is highly protein-bound. It's converted into active metabolite in liver and undergoes intrahepatic circulation. It's eliminated by urine and feces. It has a long half-life of 14 to 18 days. Hence, a loading dose, 100 milligrams daily for 3 days, is initiated following a maintenance dose of 20 milligrams once daily to have effective results. Side effects include headache, diarrhea, nausea, weight loss, allergies, flu-like syndrome, rashes, alopecia, and hypokalemia may occur. It's contraindicated in pregnancy, in women in reproductive age group due to teratogenicity, and caution is needed when given to patients with history of liver and kidney diseases. Regular monitoring of liver function test, complete blood picture, and signs of infections should be done. Chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine. They are the antimalarial drugs which are used in the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. The exact mechanism of action is not known. However, they are, though, to reduce B-cell proliferation, decrease in monocyte release of interleukin-1, decrease antigen processing, and enhance membrane stabilization of lysosomes and free radical scavenging. They are slow-acting, 3 to 6 months, given in mild cases, non-erosive joint involvement, and are known to induce remission in some patients of rheumatoid arthritis. Side effects are rashes, myopathy, irritable bowel syndrome, neuropathy, skin eruptions, and graying of hair. Toxicity, chloroquine more than hydroxychloroquine, is most commonly seen while taking these drugs due to accumulation of drugs in the tissues, commonly ocular toxicity. Irreversible retinal damage and corneal opacity are seen. Sulfasalazine. It's a combination of sulfapyridine and 5-amino salicylic acid, 5-ASA, and exerts anti-inflammatory action, useful in ulcerative colitis. It's useful in mild and early cases of rheumatoid arthritis in combination with methotrexate, but has slow onset of action, 1 to 3 months. Exact mechanism is not known, but it is known to suppress disease progression, superoxide formation, and inflammation due to cytokines. It has limited use due to side effects like leukopenia, neutropenia, thrombocytopenia, and hepatitis. D-penicillamine. It's an analog of the amino acid cysteine and a copper chelating agent. It has a limited use as an adjuvant therapy with NSAID, corticosteroid therapy to slow the bone destruction and rheumatoid arthritis progression. It's not used in patients on DMARD therapy as it causes serious adverse events like blood dyscrasias and renal impairment. Long-term use may cause skin reactions, nephritis, and aplastic anemia. Gold salts. Parenteral administration of gold sodium thiomalate is one of the oldest drugs which halts the disease progression in rheumatoid arthritis. It's not used now due to high toxic manifestations like hypertension, dermatitis, stomatitis, organ damage, usually affecting kidney, liver, and bone marrow. Oral preparation currently available is auranofin. It's taken up by macrophages and suppress phagocytosis and lysosomal enzymes action. It's less effective and is thought to arrest progression of bone and articular destruction in 3 to 6 months. Azathioprine. It's an immunosuppressant. Azathioprine can be used either oral or for parenteral administration. It is a purine analog, adenine, guanine, and hypoxanthine, and is metabolized to active compound 6-mercaptopurine. It acts by suppression of cell-mediated immunity, inflammation, inhibit differentiation, and interrupt functions of T cells and natural killer cells. They're mainly used in kidney transplant rejection prophylaxis and other autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis, and lupus nephritis. In treatment of rheumatoid arthritis, it's used in combination with NSAIDs or low-dose glucocorticoids. Regular monitoring of complete blood picture and liver function test should be done, and is contraindicated in pregnant and breastfeeding females. Cyclophosphamide. It is an immunosuppressant. Cyclophosphamide is also sometimes used in treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. It's known to modulate immune response in rheumatoid arthritis by causing cytotoxicity of B and T cells, selectively suppress B lymphocytes function. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, and other gastrointestinal disturbances, alopecia, infertility. It's cytotoxic to tissues causing kidney and heart damage, increases risk of infection and bleeding, and is contraindicated in pregnant and breastfeeding females. Biological drugs. During the course of joint inflammation, macrophages are recruited into the synovial fluid and secrete interleukin-1 and tumor necrotic factor-alpha, which stimulates cell proliferation, collagenase synthesis, which leads to cartilage destruction, bone resorption, and inhibits proteoglycan synthesis. Several genetically engineered and recombinant proteins and monoclonal antibodies are directed against inhibition of these cytokines, especially interleukin-1 or tumor necrotic factor-alpha. They are useful in treatment of several autoimmune conditions, but are used as last resort for the treatment of these conditions as they are expensive with considerable side effects and hence reserved for refractory cases. The tumor necrotic factor inhibitors are known to reduce signs and symptoms of inflammation, decrease structural damage, and improve physical function. Good clinical response is elicited when a tumor necrotic factor inhibitor, response time of these drugs is 2 to 3 weeks, is combined with methotrexate in patients with rheumatoid arthritis and psoriatic arthritis. Important points of biological drug usage: increased risk of infections, urinary tract infections, activation of latent tuberculosis, sepsis, increased risk of opportunistic infections, especially fungal, due to neutropenia, pancytopenia, demyelinating, and bone marrow depression may occur. Live vaccinations are contraindicated while on tumor necrotic factor inhibitor therapy. They are cautiously used in patients with history of heart failure as it may precipitate and worsen heart failure. Tumor necrotic factor-alpha inhibitors. Etanercept. It's approved to use in juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, polyarticular, psoriasis, and psoriatic arthritis, and ankylosing spondylitis. Combined therapy with methotrexate is more effective than single drug therapy in achieving remission, improving joint function, and arrest disease progression. However, symptoms may revert within 1 month of stopping of the drug. It's given as a twice-a-week subcutaneous injection with a half-life of 4 to 5 days, peak concentration in 72 hours. It's well tolerated with mild side effects, pain, redness, itching and swelling at site of injection, and prone to chest infections. Infliximab. It's a chimeric immunoglobulin with human immune components. They're always used in combination therapy with methotrexate and rheumatoid arthritis, as antibodies develop against infliximab, decreasing efficacy when used as single therapy. Other indications are plaque psoriasis, psoriatic arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, irritable bowel syndrome, ulcerative colitis, and Crohn's, for fistulizing and non-fistulizing. It's given as an intravenous infusion over 2 hours, with a median half-life of 9 to 10 days. Side effects are infusion-related: fever, chills, itching, urticaria, pneumonia, cellulitis, activation of latent tuberculosis, which may sometimes be life-threatening. Others include development of leukopenia, neutropenia, thrombocytopenia, and pancytopenia. Adalimumab. It's another recombinant inhibitor which is thought to decrease concentrations of collagenase, MMP1, C-reactive protein, MMP3, and other inflammatory markers and help in improving disease cessation. It can be used either as single or combination therapy in treatment of moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis. Other indications are ankylosing spondylitis and Crohn's disease, psoriatic arthritis. It's given as subcutaneous injections, weekly or biweekly. Side effects may be manifested as headache, nausea, agranulocytosis, increased risk of infections, urinary tract infection, upper respiratory tract infection, and sinusitis. Interleukin-1, IL-1 inhibitors. Anakinra. Anakinra is an antagonist at the interleukin-1 receptor, preventing the interleukin-1-mediated degradation of cartilage and bone resorption. When used in adults with moderate to severe cases of rheumatoid arthritis, they decrease signs and symptoms of the disease. They can also be used after failed DMARDs therapy. They're given subcutaneously once a day, alternate day in patients with impaired renal function. It increases the risk of infections, and regular absolute neutrophil count should be regularly done to check for neutropenia. Abatacept, CTLA-4 Ig. It's a fusion recombinant protein made for extracellular domain of human CTLA-4 and prevents complete activation of cells by competitively inhibiting CD28 binding on CD80, CD86 protein. It's used in adults with moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis, decreasing signs and symptoms, slowing progression of structural damage, and improving physical function. It's given as an intravenous infusion over 30 minutes. Following first infusion, the dose is repeated at 2 and 4 weeks, and then every fourth weekly thereafter. Half-life ranges from 8 to 25 days following multiple infusions. Side effects include headache, nausea, upper respiratory tract infection, and nasopharyngitis. Increased risk of infections occur when combined with tumor necrosis factor inhibitors. Rituximab. It's a chimeric murine human monoclonal antibody directed against the surface antigen CD20 found on both normal and malignant B lymphocytes. It causes complete depletion of B cells and used in refractory cases of rheumatoid arthritis, moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis, or in combination with methotrexate. It's shown to decrease joint erosion and joint space narrowing when used in these patients. It's given as intravenous infusion of 2 doses, 1,000 milligrams each, 2 weeks apart, and is expected to have median half-life of 19 days following second dose. Side effects are infusion-related pain, redness, hypotension, and angioedema, urticaria, especially following first infusion. Conservative and antihistamines or corticosteroid therapy may be needed to control the symptoms.